BCastmanRadio.com. This is your girl, One on One with Trish, and I am happy to have one of the candidates running for school board in the city of Plainfield, New Jersey, Miss Alice F. Horton-Mays. Welcome.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great. I'm very happy to have you here with me. Because I have attended some of the debates in Plainfield regarding the school board elections, and I've had an opportunity to hear from many of the candidates, which I invited all of them to come today to meet with me one-on-one. So hopefully we'll be able to interview some others. But during the whole course of the debates and a lot of the information I gained, I felt like you had a lot of insight to some of the solutions that are needed.
Well, thank you.
Before we jump into that, I wanted to ask you if you could just provide our folks, our listeners, our viewers with some information about you and your background.
Well, my background is in finance. Initially started as an accountant and transitioned to an auditor. And so I've been in finance in corporate America all my adult life. I have substitute teach. I thought I wanted to teach after I had gotten laid off after 30 years with one particular company. I did that for about 2 years and then started consulting, enjoyed that, and did that for about 3 or 4 years after 9/11, and then went back into a corporate job. Currently, I have 2 children. I've lived in Plainfield 30 years. I moved here from California, worked in San Francisco. And it was initially a real shock living in New Jersey. I was born and raised in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. But I've lived here in New Jersey longer than I lived any place. So this is probably home by all standards and measurements. I decided to get involved in, I've always been passionate about education. I mean, I grew up in the South. I was, educated in all black schools. And, actually one school, we went from K through 12 at our school. And the teachers were just revered. Education was always considered, especially in where I was raised, the most valuable thing that you can do and have. And if you had that basic education, nothing could stop you. And this is way back in the 60s and 70s, because I graduated in 1970. So living in Plainfield, I had quite a few friends that I made that were teachers. And so I got a sense of what the educational system was like in the town. I also, was always just involved in education. I mean, I've always researched what's going on, what other activities are available for parents so they can help and, enhance their children's education. My children participated in several different things, including at that time, I think Plainfield had a summer academic program, which I enrolled my children in at least 2 years, I know. And it was great because it kept, them learning the stuff they learned during the course of the regular school year. They didn't forget over the course of the summer. So I thought that was the biggest benefit of having a summer school program. And then